Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to talk about JavaScript errors and how to handle our errors. What I mean is our try, catch, finally, and throw keywords. We have 4 keywords that we can work with them to handle our errors. First one is our try, then we have our catch. After this, we have our throw, and at the last, we have our finally keyword and statement. Let's say here we want to create some variable with our const statement. Let's say it has the name of A and it holds value of 5. You know that if we want to assign another value to our constant variable, we got error of assignment to constant variable. If we want to handle this kind of errors inside of our code, we can do multiple things. First of all, let's talk about our try statement. Here, if we want to check if this is work or not, we use this try statement right here, and inside of these curly braces, we use our code. And what this does is going to define a code block to run and try to if this is going to be run or it's going to have any errors. And if it can run, it's going to run normally. But if this code block can't run and have any error, it's going to run this catch code block right here. And let's actually here console log that we have error. Now, if we run, you can see that we got this message of we have error right here. And if we want to see what error that we have right here, here in our catch statement, we use these parentheses and some variable name we can use right here. Let's say we use this E, and this is going to grab what error that we have in this block. So if we want to print that into our console, you can see that here we're going to have again the same error that we have. And actually, this is our catch code block that it's going to run. And now if we run, you can see that we got this printing right here. As I say, if we run this, you see this long, very detailed thing we're going to have here in our console. We can use something inside of our error, which is our errors message right here. And if we run this one, you can see that we got the message and not every details of our error into our console. So you can use both this or you can have your custom message right here, which we're going to cover in throw statement part. Another thing and keyword and statement that we have in our JavaScript error handling is our finally statement, which we can use it's right here, and this code block is going to run after these two ones. So our code first tries to run this. If it can run this, then it comes to run this part. But if it can't run this part, it's going to run this part, and after this, it's going to run this part. So let's say here we have our console log of printing our variable. Now, if we run, you can see that we got this catch code block right here, which is this, and then this 5. But let's say this is let and not const. If we run this time, you can see that we got this 8. So what happened in the first time, which this one is const, first our code is going to come and try this block of code. Because this is not valid in JavaScript and has error, it's going to skip this part and start running this part instead. And after running this part, it's going to come and run this part. And basically, you can do the same thing with this finally, with not using anything right here. So if you use this console log right here of printing A, again, you're going to see the same result like before. But this is more structured way of coding that you can make the readability of your code better. And if this is going to be let, because we can run this part, it's going to make our a variable's value to 8 and then run this part. as you see right here. But in some cases, we want to have our own custom errors and we want to define our custom errors. Let's say we want our A to be between 10 and 20. And let's make this let 2. So here, if we want to check, we're going to try different things. We're going to have our if statements right here. And here we're going to check if A is lower than 10. So we want to throw an error which is A smaller. So we use our throw statements right here and then a string which says A is small. And we can use this type of if statement so it be a little prettier. And then after this, we're going to check if A is larger than 20. So we throw an error which is A is big. So now if we have this 5 right here and run our code, here in our try section and code block, we're going to see this condition to be true. So we're going to use this one. And when we use this throw statement, we're going to throw this error. So when we catch our error right here, it's going to be this string. And we're going to print that into our console. Now, if we run, you can see that we got the A is small right here. And then this A printing because of our finally code block right here. And let's say this time we make this A to be 15. So it's correct with our condition. Now if we run, you can see that we got only printing our finally and not any errors. But if we have this to be, for example, 25 and again run this code, you can see that we got the result of this A is big and 25, which is our printing of A into our console. And we're going to have different types of error that we're going to cover later in the course or maybe in other videos, that how we're going to handle each different error by itself. For example, we're going to have our syntax errors, reference errors, range errors, eval errors, and some other things. Now, let's use another example for our try-catch statements. Let's say here we have variable of text, which holds some text inside of it. And here in our try-catch statement, we're going to check if the length of this is, for example, higher than 5 and lower than 15. That you saw in some websites, you need to put some counts of characters and then it's going to allow you to do other things. You can use this kind of things to control those ones. So here in our try, we're going to have our if statement right here, which says if our text.length that we have this in our string methods is higher than 5. So here we want to throw an error of text is too small. Then let's say we're going to have another thing that checks if A is larger than 15, for example. So here we want to throw an error of text is too big. And here let's console log our error that we have. And you see, because here we use the name of error, here we need to use this error too. This is some kind of variable that holds the error for us. And now if we run, you can see that we got text is too big. And let's make text these 3 characters. And now if we run, you can see that we got the error of text is too small. And if we have the valid thing right here and run, you know that we got nothing right here. Actually, let's add another if statement right here, which if this is lower than 15 and higher than 5, we want to have console log of text is valid. And now if we run this time, you can see that we got printing of text is valid. Please give a like and subscribe to catch next videos.